Recently we had really strong winds, and the temperature dropped down to the 30s, and it kind of ruined our garden. For those of you who are new here, hi, I'm Rosa. My husband Trey and I live in the Nevada desert with our 5 beautiful kids. We do all things homesteading. We raise goats, we raise sheep, chickens, ducks of course, and we have a beautiful desert garden that we are trying to work on, and we want to share all things that we do here so that way you can do it too in the desert. As you can see, like our Thai basil is like wilted and kind of like it's dying, and our dark opal basil is kind of dead. It really devastated our plants here. Our lemon verbena is not looking great, and our peppers are completely just wilted and sad. Drooping. Ugh. And all of our tomatoes are not looking good either. The extreme weather is here in Pahrump is just, that's exactly what it is. It's extreme. We think that spring is here, and then comes the tornadoes in a place where we're not supposed to have any natural disasters because our winds are just crazy. And the temperatures go back and forth between being very warm, or it gets extremely hot, and then it just gets perfect, and then here comes the winds and it gets really cold again, down to the 30s. So we really do experience some really extreme weathers, and it's really hard to garden out here. This is the first year that we're going to be gardening out here, out in the garden beds, instead of just in the greenhouse. We wanted to see how everything would grow. Everything looked really good in the full garden tour, as you can see. You can go and check out that video. We'll link it down below as well so you guys can see. And then overnight, when the winds come blowing, when the weathers drop, this is the result.
Sucks, man. All of our new, look, all of our new little seedlings didn't make it, whatever that is. Oh yeah, their flowers died. Yeah, it's cool. This stuff, I don't remember what this is.
It looks like some kind of...
I hope it's arugula. Because I'm almost positive I think I planted the arugula there. Oh look, your opal basil.
Yep, look at my Thai basil.
Yeah, some of it survived though. This is why we need that weather station, because I bet it would have something in it where it could get like a freeze advisory. So we know like there's a frost about to come in, like it's expected to get down. We could probably even set it, if we get a good enough one, set it to where it's like expected temperatures below certain range. So if we're expecting that it's going to be below, let's say 40 degrees, maybe set it to trigger, and it's like send an alert, and then we could bring everything in. But I just thought we were like so beyond clear of
the drop
of frost. Yeah, a frost coming in, but that's not the case.
Now, because of the heavy winds and the frost that we got, a lot of our plants died, so we have to come to the nursery and re-up on all of our plants. We're getting some more like kales, chards. We're getting as much leafy greens as possible so that way we can start our garden. And we're getting some herbs as well. We're getting some more oreganos, some more basil, because a lot of our basils died as well. And that's why we're here at the nursery. We're getting some more of this dark opal basil because this one is not doing very well right now. So let's re-up get some more basil, like sweet Italian basil?
I gotta use some sweet cream. Very nice.
We're at a stage where we're harvesting more than our plants are producing, so we're going to try to up all of our plants. That way it can produce as much as we harvest. We're over here looking at some of the apple trees and some beautiful, beautiful trees like Honeycrisp apples. Those are our absolute favorite apples. And there's some Fujis here. So now we're walking over to try to look for some pear trees because we go through a lot of pears and it makes more sense to grow our own. So we have some Bartletts here.
Looks like a nice tree.
Now from past experience, our Asian pear tree, like this one, it grows very, very well out here. And we are about to get a few more pear trees. I think we're gonna get one of these Asian pears and maybe a Bartlett.
4 buckets.
We got a lot of herbs and we got a lot of leafy greens. We know that Swiss chard grows that really, really well out here, as well as kales. So that's what we got. We got a lot of that, and it's really good leafy greens for your diet, and we use it a lot. With full carts, we are heading over to the grocery store really quick, and we are very well pleased with what we got. It's time for a planting day with everybody. We just got back home and we had a little bit of lunch. We are about to plant all of the plants that we just bought in our garden. Mercy is uprooting all of the peppers because they're all dead. This is our new garden bed situation. We have some PVC pipes that are just bent into the bricks, and then we have this net up because we wanted to stop all of the birds from coming in to eating all of our vegetables. And so far it's working. It's still a little bit windy. We have these clamps right here that kind of hold the net onto the PVC pipe. And I think this is a good setup. So first, this is a Swiss chard. We are going to be getting them out of being root bound. And we're going to rinse out the roots to expose the roots for better plantation. Oh wow, look! It's pink, babe. That's cool.
That looks cool. Well, we're gonna have to rinse all it.
I'm a little nervous because I don't want to hurt the plants, babe. The roots. I feel like I'm breaking the roots. I feel like I'm breaking it. Okay.
Mama, you're getting all over me.
Okay. Now check out the yellow roots on this Swiss chard. This is a rainbow chard, so that's why we have red roots and yellow roots. I thought it was so cool.
No, there's more there. Here. No. No, don't. Don't get it on my arm.
Get on your arms, man.
Oh, want some pee. Oh.
Making the roots come out. We
that's exactly what it does. Because then what ends up happening is they just end up, like, it stunts their growth. Well, it already stunts their growth, like, doing the transfer. There's a transplant period. But it just, yeah, it allows them to get established a lot faster because their roots are getting sprawled out now. So now they can search laterally to go and search for nutrients. I mean, they don't have to go far because the bed has a lot of nutrients around it, and that's why we can plant so many plants so closely together, because they're not going to be competing for nutrients. But this just allows the plant to grow better. I mean, just imagine if it puts you inside of a box. Right here.
Longer now. Look, Mama, this is the daddy.
How do you know?
Cause it's long. Oh, not a word.
Right now we are planting our kale, a lot of our leafy greens. We're trying to get that down into the ground as soon as possible because we need it to produce and grow as fast as it can, so that way it feeds our family. So that way we don't have to rely on the grocery store.
Mom, there's another one.
We're trying to make sure that we have enough space to plant as much as possible in the garden bed, so that way we can make sure we grow as much as possible in a little garden bed like this. Now, a quick tip for planting plants is you want to loosen up the roots like this. Trey taught me to just use a hose and put pressure into the hose so that way it can aerate and loosen up these roots. That way there's a better chance that the roots will spread, allowing for the plant to grow in the soil. So I gave Mercy the job to dig some holes for me. I'm just going to go and loosen up some more roots for some more kale, and then we're going to plant them in these holes that she dug. Don't dig them too deep. Gracie joined us right here.
Hi.
So these are some snap peas, sugar snap peas that we
They
got.
grew super high.
We have never grown these before, and we'll see how they do out here. They look like they're kind of viney, so we're just going to plant them somewhere here where there's a fence that they can climb up on. And
Ready.
this used to be where all of our peppers were. Then, like I said, they died. So we're going to try to plant something else here. We also have some beautiful not cayenne. This is called Cheyenne orange peppers. And we have two of these that we're going to be planting in the same bed, as well as this beautiful golden summer yellow pepper. We may have to go and buy some more peppers, but so far so good. We're just going to plant what we have, and they look healthy. We'll see how they grow. We ended up planting these sugar snap peas. They look like this, right here where the peppers are. But we did not finish planting all of the peppers. We're just going to do that either tomorrow or maybe Sunday or Monday. We brought all of our plants inside, the ones that we have not planted yet, so that way everything is safe in the greenhouse. We just have them on the sides like here. We have some tomato plants right here, and then we have the rest of our herby things here and here. We have a lot of, I think we have some strawberries in here as well. But yeah, for the most part, everything is planted. All of our leafy greens that we got are planted in this garden bed. And we have all of our kale, lots of Swiss chard, lots of lettuce. They're all in here. It's quite windy now, but as you can see, this setup is actually working very well. The netting is not blowing away. We have some bricks that are just holding it down right here, right there, and on the ends. And then we have these clamps that are just holding the netting very, very well. And it's very secure on this garden bed. And I think it's going to work out. Thank you so much for watching our video. Stay updated on our progress, and we'll see you on the next one.